Come to the top of the mat into Samastitihi, palms together, and we'll start with an Om. Deep breath in through the nose. And bring the arms down to the side, and we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, bring the arms over your head, palms touch, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward with a long spine, and then relax the back, relax the neck, bend the knees if you need to modify. Inhale into half lift, lift the chest, hands on the floor or on the shins. Exhale, big step back into a plank. Lower the knees to modify, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, point the toes into upward facing dog, lift the chest, pull the chest forward. Exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Easy down dog. Settling here into the breath. Allowing the attention to drop into the body, into the inner space of the body. Lengthening the inhales and the exhales as you watch the breath moving through the body. Settling here into the body, settling the mind. On your next inhale, walk up to the top, into the half lift, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand, pressing down to reach up, palms press. Exhale, floating the arms back down. Same thing. Inhale, moving with the breath, deep breath in. Exhale, fully exhaling at the bottom of this forward fold. Inhale, half lift, keep the lower belly pulled in. Exhale, step or jump back into Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the chest, keep the legs strong. Exhale into downward facing dog, maybe trying rolling through all 10 toes at the same time. And settling in downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Matching the length of the inhales to the length of the exhales. Lengthening the breath. And observing the breath all the way through the inhale, all the way through the exhale. Good. Settling here. Keeping the lower belly pulled in, Mula Bandha engaged. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Strong legs as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward, keep drawing in the lower belly, engaging through the legs. Inhale, come to stand, pressing down, tucking the tailbone, lifting the rib cage. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, deep breath in, pressing down to reach up, find the space. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Again, find the space between the rib cage and the hips. Exhale, step or jump back. Keep the core engaged. Pull the lower belly in as you bend the elbows, hovering maybe off of the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. And then keep reaching the hips up and back. As you externally rotate through the shoulder blades are moving away from each other, wrapping around towards the front of the body, and then pressing down into the hands to reach the hips up and back, creating as much space as possible between the hands and the hips. On your next inhale, come up to the top of the mat into half lift. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, come to stands, reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold forward, pull the lower belly in, engage the legs. Inhale, half lift, keep the legs strong, press through the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana, shoulders away from the ears, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep pressing the shoulders down as you lift the center of the chest. Exhale into downward facing dog. And settling here, finding the stillness and the breath moving through the body. From the hands, you're pressing down into the hands, into the base of the pointer finger, reaching the hips up and back, and then reaching the heels down into the floor as you lift the kneecaps. Engaging the pelvic floor, pulling the lower belly in, hollowing through the pelvis, through the front of the pelvis, and through the lower belly. Feel that hollowing happening there. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Strong legs lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand, pressing down to reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms over your head. Moving with the breath. Exhale as you fold forward, fully exhaling. Inhale, half lift, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, step or jump back, slowly lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Sink the hips down, pull the chest forward. Exhale into downward facing dog. Feel the breath, watch the breath, lengthen the breath, and smooth out the edges of the breath. Noticing the space between the inhales and the exhales. As the inhale becomes the exhale, and as the exhale becomes the inhale. Settling the mind on the breath. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand, pressing down, reaching up. Exhale, floating the arms back down. One more. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Taking your time. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Slowly bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, rolling through the spine, pulling the chest forward, gazing at the nose. Exhale into downward facing dog. Settling into the breath. Relaxing the back of the neck so you can gaze up towards the thighs or towards the navel. Resting the gaze there so that the attention can drop into the body, into the breath moving through the body. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward, draw the lower belly in. Inhale, come to stand, pressing down, reaching up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, sink the hips down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana, the elbows in, but not touching the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward as close as you can in between the hands. Inhale as you lift the chest, palms press, gaze up. Exhale, come back down, step back into a plank, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, lift up, gaze up, palms press. Exhale, come back down, step back into a plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Start to feel that heat building up from the inside out. Observe it, feel it. you need to take a child's pose here, go ahead and take a child's pose with the knees on the floor and the chest on the thighs. Wherever you are, settle the breath, lengthen the breath, and steady the breath. Good, matching the length of the inhales to the length of the exhales. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, palms press, pull the lower belly in. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, bend the knees, palms press, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward. Take your time. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, lower the back heel. Inhale, square the shoulders forward in Virabhadrasana. Exhale, step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward. Stay with the breath. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, come back down. Stay with the breath. Finish the exhale at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Sink the hips down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Settling here. Feel the breath moving into the rib cage. On the inhale, feel the rib cage expand through all sides. And on the exhales, rib cage moves back towards the center. Find new spaces to breathe into. Good, settling. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, moving down through the tailbone. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, Utkatasana, bend the knees. Exhale, fold forward, take your time. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Keep the lower belly pulled in, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, strong legs, relax the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, pull the lower belly in as you lift up, bend into the right knee. Exhale, step back into a plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, keep bending into the left knee as you come up. Pull the lower belly in. Exhale, come back down, finish the exhale at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Feeling into the internal form of this posture. Through the bandhas, through the breath. Allowing for whatever's present to be present. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest. Pull the lower belly in. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, Utkatasana. Stick into the heels a little bit. Exhale, fold forward, relax the back and the neck. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the lower belly and lift the rib cage away from the hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, come back down. Keep moving, keep breathing. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stay with it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, full breath out at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Connect into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Allow the gaze to rest at the thighs or the navel. Follow the breath, lengthen the breath. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, palms press. Exhale, Samasitihi. Last one, stay with it. Inhale, bend the knees, palms press. Exhale, fold forward, fully exhaling. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, deep breath in, square the shoulders forward. Exhale, come back down, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stay with it, stay focused. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, again, square the shoulders forward. Keep bending into the left knee. Exhale, come back down. Strong, steady shoulders as you bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle here. Keep the mind focused. Keep the attention into the inner space of the body. Connecting into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Steadying the breath. Smoothing out the edges of the breath. On your next inhale, step or jump into half lift, lengthening. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, tailbone is heavy, lift through the center of the chest. Exhale, Samasitihi. Now we'll go down to the floor. Surya Namaskar A, inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We'll come through to seated, jump through, or just lower the knees down. We'll find a comfortable seated position. If you're comfortable with full lotus, you can go ahead and take a full lotus. If not, just cross the shins. You can either take the bind or just grab onto opposite elbows. Exhale, fold forward for Yoga Mudra. Forehead or nose or chin towards the mat. The gaze is at the space between the eyebrows. Moving the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the back, and settle into the breath. Starting to observe the residue from this practice. Inhale, lift up. Release the arms, bring the wrist towards the knees and the pointer towards the thumb. We'll finish with deep, resonant breathing. Lengthening the inhales and the exhales as much as you can, keeping the lower belly pulled in and the breath moving into the rib cage, expansion through the rib cage, contraction through the rib cage. Gazing at the tip of the nose. Stay with the breath as it moves into the body and out of the body. All the way through the inhale, all the way through the exhale. Good, long, steady breaths. We'll finish with Uplutihi, hands to the floor in front of the hips. Inhale, lift up. Hold it. Engaging through Mula Bandha, pressing down through the shoulders, strong shoulders. Good. Lift up. Even if the shins are crossed, keep the thighs towards the chest, lifting the hips as much as you can. Good. One more big push up, lift up, and come down. Good. Let's take one last vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, lie down on your back for final resting pose. Do whatever you got to do to get super comfortable so you can completely relax. Blankets, pillows, whatever you need. Completely relaxing the body. You can stay here as long as you need to, but if you're ready, start to move out of it. Making your way to a seated position whenever you're ready. And just settling here for a moment. With the eyes closed if you'd like. Feeling into the residue of the practice of a short but effective practice. And if you'd like to finish with an Om, bring the palms together, a deep breath in. All right, thanks for practicing with me. See you soon.